Okay.
Shut up.
Oh shit! I forgot to go on the Wi-Fi. Damn it!
You gotta change your Wi-Fi. You gotta connect it. Oh God. Hello, everybody. Good evening. We are just getting here, so we apologize.
Listen, they say better late than never, but never late is better. That's what
Oh
they say.
gosh. We don't need to be doing this no more, sir.
Listen, I had to get me some freaking roti and
Hmm.
chicken,
Okay.
roti and curry chicken.
Oh, so you got some Jamaican food?
No, actually, this is from a Guyanese spot. And of course, the episode is brought to you by Hennessy. Because
Oh
you got to
God.
get fucked up while you talking about some fuck shit. Because today's
Oh,
episode is going to be all about fuck shit. Because,
it
man, oh man.
ain't really fuck shit for per se, but I mean, there's fuck shit that goes on in this situation.
There's a lot of fuck shit that goes on in this situation. 150%.
Yes, it does.
150%. I'm telling you, there's a lot of fuck shit going on in here. So, as the people are starting to come on in, good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you may be, I'm going to
Hmm.
tell you now, there might be a time I'm doing this where I'm saying good morning when you're saying good night. Oh, actually, nah, we got to skip that week because I'm gonna be too far out the time zone for that shit. But anyway,
Yeah, skip that week. I don't even want to be bothered with you that
because
particular
no,
week.
the reason why I say that I would love to do it from there because the freaking views is gonna be amazing, but it's not gonna work because the time difference is too crazy. It'll be like God knows what time over here.
So you want to tell people where you're going?
Hell no,
You
they'll
just want
see when I
okay.
post.
All right.
They'll see it when I post.
Oh,
You
let
know what I'm
me
saying?
get in this
So
thing.
anyway, um, here we are today talking about this lovely topic of friends with benefits. And
Oh, Lord.
what is a benefit? What's not a benefit? Because honestly, there tends to not be a lot of benefit to this friends and benefit
Oh my
situation.
God.
Also, a lot of time women think they're in a relationship and really they're in a friends with benefit situation. And I
Mhm.
say women because honestly, most of the time when it comes to relationships, men control relationships, women control sex. If we fucking, that's because the women's giving us the green light. If there's a relationship, it's because the man actually wanted to have a relationship with that woman and made that happen.
Now hold on. I
Mm-hmm.
know that you say men control relationships. There are times when women don't want to be in a relationship with a certain guy either,
With a
and
certain
they just
guy,
they
when
they.
they decide to engage with a man, typically,
Hmm.
and they like him, typically they want a relationship with him. That's what I'm talking about.
If it's yes, if it's I'm gonna get on to my part. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead, you can start it right now. I'm just beating up some stuff.
My whole thing with the friends with benefits thing, I of course I tried it in my 20s, did not work for me, and I just realized at that point I'm not in it. I don't do that. To me, I don't see friends with benefits as a true benefit because for me, in order for me to have sex with somebody, I have to have an attraction to them. Attraction is everything, and so then you develop a connection through that attraction. So there's already chemistry, and when I see chemistry, I'm thinking, okay, this might be a potential for me. I don't go into anything looking at anybody like, oh, I just want some from you. Yes, okay,
Hold
women
up.
do
What?
want sex
You just
too.
say you don't look at anybody and just say, oh, you just want something from them?
No, I don't. I do not. Mhm.
Okay.
I look at someone and I say, "Oh, they look nice." Yes, but I don't just say, "Oh, all I want to do is screw." No, that
Screw.
is not how I look at people.
Hold up. When did we start saying the word screw? I'm still trying to get my mind around the word
Oh
screw.
my God, shut up.
What is this? White man can't jump from the 90s?
What fuck? Look at here.
There you
I'm gonna
go.
say what comes
Shut
out
the
my
fuck
goddamn mouth.
up. Should have come
Okay?
out
I'm gonna
screw.
say whatever. But I'm just saying,
What are you talking
period.
about? Screwed in
I
a damn
don't
light bulb?
shut up and let me finish making my point, sir. Anyway, um, where was I going?
I don't know. You went to screw and I got lost. I don't
You
know.
won. It's you that makes me lose my train of thought sometimes.
Sure, blame it on the black man because you
I
got caught
will,
up
because
in
your mouth is doing this, and I want you to do this. Be
when
quiet.
you got no other man, you blame it on the brother man. That's just all it is about.
No, you are the problem. Anyway, no. Let's get back to it. The friends with benefit situation to me is not beneficial. It's not beneficial for me. It's beneficial for people who just want sex. Okay, from people. There are people out there who just like, okay, I just want some. That's it. You look good, and that's all I want from you. That's never been how my mind works.
Ever in life, that's never been how your mind works.
Never. And I can honestly say that. It's because of how I was raised. Okay. I have never in my life
That
just
sounds
wanted.
very boring.
Well, no, not listen.
I'm
Now,
judging.
I'm not saying that I have a squeaky clean life. Okay, there
Mm,
have there have been times where I went and did something with somebody, and of course, it was a friend. They've always been friends or somebody that I've dated, and
you
then
know,
nothing else happened from there. It
and
was a
they
one.
said he's just a friend, right?
Yes. And I left it at that. It was one
Okay.
time and that was it. But my whole thing is I'm not going to continue to string somebody along when I know that I don't want nothing from them. If I don't want your sex no more, if I don't want your company, if I don't want anything else but your friendship, I'm not going to continue to have sex with you. And that's all I know that no.
See, this is the point that I wanted you to get to, and I'm glad that you said that. Here's the thing, right? Is we have a situation here where often people don't communicate when it comes to the form of relationships. I will say one of the biggest issues that I've noticed in my travels and all of that good stuff, I talk to people, I have conversations, all of that stuff happens. Um, in that situation, what I've noticed is a real thing, and I know you're gonna tell me hold on in a second, but a real thing is a lot of times people don't clearly establish the parameters before they start fucking.
Mm-hmm.
They get into the fucking, they get into the feelings, and blah blah blah, and then it's like, oh no, I'm stuck. This guy's playing a game. If a guy look you in your face, let me tell you something, just from experience, I say this by myself. I always use myself as the guinea pig. Because I did a lot of dating in my life and a lot of failing at trying to establish relationships. Not because I'm not capable of grabbing one, but because it just wasn't clicking.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what the number one problem was? It's what I say versus what you hear.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times us men say one thing. Good evening, Zenzel and Lee P City. I see y'all. What's up? Um, One of the biggest problems is that A lot of times people don't listen. Well, they're listening, but they don't hear you. And that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
They'll listen to what you're saying, but they're not really hearing what you say.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I can agree with that.
And that's a problem.
I can
What's up,
I can
Anita?
get with I can even get with people who don't speak, who don't actually make clear what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
They use certain words. I've heard, okay, this is an example of, I'm just looking for something that, can lead to something.
If
What you
they
trying to
give you,
say?
hold up, let me
Not
give y'all a
clear, it's not
little,
clear.
hold on, I'm going to throw in the cheat code here. Because I know I'm violating the man code, but fuck it, come fight me.
Y'all don't have to do that.
Anyway, here's the thing, right? If you hear a man say that bullshit to you, if he says something that vague, and you naive enough to sit there, drink the Kool-Aid because you want that dick, guess whose fault that is? When somebody,
No,
no, let
no.
me tell you,
Go on
no,
with your
hold on,
explanation, but
let me finish my point. Let me
Okay.
finish my point. You get mad because you done fell for the okie doke too. It's
I
okay.
have.
And
I
here's the joke. I'm gonna tell you something. Like I said, hear me out.
have. Mm-hmm.
The problem is that often we have a collection of people. These people are called, they have their own reality. They believe what they want, they hear what they want, and that's all that they take in. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, in this reality that y'all create, and I'm going to say y'all because women are the number one purveyors of this, creating a reality of their own type shit. Men are they trick themselves in a different type of way. You understand what I'm saying? They
Mm-hmm.
trick themselves in a way of if the girl actually likes them when she really don't. What women fool themselves with is thinking that this man wants a relationship when really he just wanted to clap those cheeks. And if all you're doing is getting your cheeks clapped, you are a friend with benefits. I don't give a good goddamn how many times he's bought you some Uber Eats, got you some Popeyes chicken and dickin'. I don't give a shit about any of that. At the end of the day, if you are not involved in anything outside of linking up, getting some fucking in, maybe you'll cuddle up, watch a movie, so you can get a little bit of head while you're watching the movie, or whatever. Just because people like to set the scene and play off a little bit or whatever first. End of the day, he's still just fucking you. Stop fooling yourselves. You make it more than what it is, then blame the man. A lot of times, like I said, and I was going to say this before somebody stopped me. What happened is, and a lot of times I will tell somebody, I've been in many situations in my life where I've straight up told them, listen, I'm not trying to be in a relationship with you. We just kicking it. I tell you that. And somehow I still end up with a whole girlfriend that I ain't claimed. That has happened on many of occasions. Not one, not two, but many. It's unacceptable. You know why this shit happens? This shit happens because women like to live a lie. Women love to live a lie. Don't be mad at me. It's not my fault. I just tell the truth.
You tell your truth.
No, I'm not telling my truth. I'm telling the truth. The
Okay,
problem,
all right.
you see that shit you doing right there? That kind of
Mm-hmm.
fooling yourself is the reason why a lot of y'all fall for the gaslight move. Because that's another thing, and this is where I'm gonna call the fellas on it though. It's because a lot of times the fellas love to gaslight females. They'll lead them on and keep giving them hope. When you keep giving a woman hope and you keep saying, "Oh, well, you know, we could probably see what's up later," whatever. You're gaslighting that female, making her think that she gonna lead to something that she ain't gonna lead to. That's problematic. That's unacceptable. That's not right. But a lot of times, like I said, ladies, especially when that man dropping off some good ass dick, sometimes, I'm not saying all the time, but sometimes y'all get a little distracted. And you don't know how to live your truth and stick to your guns. And because you don't do that, guess what happens? You end up with a broken heart, pissed off, and saying, "Oh, what? I'm only good enough to fuck. I'm not good enough to be in a relationship with." That happens so often, and it's sad. I feel for y'all. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right at all. But if you want something different, you have to learn to pay attention. Stop listening to what you want to hear and start hearing what we're saying. And you will see a difference. And also, when they show you who they is, fucking believe them. How many times y'all sit here and I watch it, and like I said, I've seen it so many times. They are showing you who they are. And you still fall for the bullshit. And then you sit there, you crying, and your girlfriend's like, "Oh, it ain't right. I can't find a good man." You know why you can't find a good man? Because the good ones are the ones you're not listening to. Those are the ones you're not hearing. Because you're too busy hearing what you want to hear. All the women that run around out here saying they can't find a good man, ain't no good man out here. No, you just ain't paying attention in the right place. Or the circles that you moving in is a bunch of dusty ass men. Change your situation changes. Or you could sit there and you could cry about it and keep talking about how it's not fair and keep ending up in the same situation. A total choice that you, as a woman, have to make. And the reason why I say women is because men don't waste energy. Men don't believe in wasting energy.
Okay.
Men don't believe in wasting energy. We're not talking about boys. Fuck boys and them is in another category. When I say men, I'm talking about men. Men don't waste energy. We do things according to what we know you women are going to accept. The reason why you have a bunch of fuck niggas around you, well, excuse me, fuck boys, I hate using that little term, but the reason why you have a lot of those around you often is because you are drawing them. You keep accepting them into your life. It's not
now, how are they continuing to draw somebody who's a fuck boy? Explain that.
Because you have to. It's like physics. This attraction is basic physics. If you throw a certain type of energy out there, and that energy has not been working for you, it's called change your strategy. If you've been dealing with a certain type of dude, and that hasn't worked for you, you got to try something different.
Okay, so like, hold on. So you mean to tell me, women are supposed to know when someone's a fuckboy from the moment that they see them?
It only takes, honestly, if you listen to somebody, you really listen to somebody carefully, I'd say within a couple of good, long conversations, You
Got
can weed that shit out.
I got
Oh,
you.
and if you're not having any conversations,
Hmm.
that's your sign right there.
Right.
And a lot of
Right.
times y'all don't realize that. Just because he taking you out to eat, he take you out to eat so he could clap them cheeks. So he might even be the type that'll say, "Oh, you want to go out eat somewhere? Yeah, that's cool." End of the day, he want that ass. That's always the goal.
Right.
That is always the goal until it isn't. Even when it's not the goal, it's still the goal. Men don't do things to waste energy. Men don't just throw their money out their pocket because it's fun. Everything they do has a purpose. So if you want something different, you have to come with a different approach. And you really have to understand how essential it is to allow things to play out before you make a move. It don't take 3 days, 3 years, 540 days to figure that out. You sit out there at the table 1, 2, you're gonna know what kind of guy they are. The problem is how much of the glitz and glamour of them are you being distracted by as to why you're not seeing what they really are. Just like us guys, when we end up with a chick that's pure drama and issues, we knew she was pure drama and issues from before, or we at least had an inkling that she wasn't a good move to some extent. There's a rare occasion or two where if they have like real psychological issues or something, that can backdoor you because some issues manifest later in life. But
Hmm.
aside from that, the general bad traits that people walk around with are things that happen so naturally, it's literally second nature to them. They can't help it any more than they can help breathing in. They just do it. You don't think about breathing, you just fucking do it. I guarantee there's a few people thinking about breathing right now because I said it. So they're right now doing this, realizing, oh shit, I've been breathing the whole time. Yes, but you don't think about breathing, you just do it. And bad habits and bad mannerisms are not things that come up like magic out of nowhere. Those are things that come up because you are naturally predisposed to expose yourself. But you have to be aware of the signs. You have to pay attention. The problem is people's attention span is terrible. That's why they get gaslit. That's why they get fucked. You know how hard it is to get somebody to sit through a freaking show half the time? How many of us can sit through a TV show and not touch our phone?
Hmm. I want to make some points here.
No,
Off of
but
what you
let me
just
just
said.
close this and then I'm gonna shut up because I want you to get.
Okay.
Just think about think about Sabrina. How many times you sat there watch a TV show, you fucking around on your phone? I know I'm guilty of it.
Quite often. Yeah.
We all be in our phone, we're doing other stuff. Our attention spans are not what they used to be. And most people are not but so perceptive. So, in order for something to sink in, the average person needs to focus on it for at least 5 to 10 minutes. Most people check their phone on an average of every 2 to 3 minutes. So, if a show's an hour long, do the math as to how much of that shit is actually sinking in. There's people that might be watching this right now and they're doing 5 other things. While we're talking about allowing other things to distract them. Reason why I'm using that as an example is because that's something we could all relate to. But when you're on a date with somebody, you're hanging out with somebody, how much of the other things about them are you allowing to distract you as to why you're not seeing obvious telltale signs? We all have natural instincts that warn us of danger and issues that are around us. But the problem is often the thing that separates the people that are aware from those that aren't is that a lot of people don't listen. They don't pay attention to those vibes. There's an expression And my lady says it to me all the time. And this is go with your first mind. When your mind is telling you something, that first thought is something you need to stick with. The moment you have that instinct, there's a reason you're having it. It don't hurt to look twice. Many of y'all have had doubts, but was like, nah, I'm gonna see what's up with this guy though. He might be alright. I might be tripping. Don't dump him because you could be tripping. But give yourself an extra minute or two to feel him out before you start fucking. Because women fuck and catch feelings. Men fucking bust a nut. I know a lot of women are gonna say, oh, I could do it without feelings too. Fuck you. Bullshit. At the end of the day, you're gonna catch some feelings if you're constantly sharing your body with somebody. A man can keep doing that shit all day, all night, and you'll hop from house to house. Ain't gonna lose no sleep from doing it. Most women don't fall under that category. I see Sabrina wrote some shit down. I'm very interested to hear what she got to say about it. But like I said, the number one thing is pay attention. That's the first point I'm going to leave y'all with tonight. Is if nothing else, pay attention. You'll see a lot of the signs. Sabrina, you got some points you want to throw. Before we go any deeper into the weeds, I'd like you to throw those points out. Because I heard you was scribbling over there.
I want to go into, this is how you know that you're in a friends with benefits situation for those who think that they're in a relationship. If someone has led you into thinking that you guys are dating or in a relationship, this is how you know that you are really in a friends with benefits situation. Okay. They only hit you up for sex. That's one. They only want to hit you up for sex. They are inconsistent. They don't contact you out of the blue saying, I'm thinking about you. They don't communicate with you. They don't converse with you very often at all. And if they do, they don't hang out with you. They don't take you out on dates. You don't go on dates. There again, it's a lot of inconsistencies. Inconsistencies tell you a lot about what type of relationship you're in. And boo, you in a friends with benefits situation, unfortunately. You know, I know some of you say, "Oh no, he's busy all the time," and or you know, I'm not clingy. Of course, I'm not clingy either. But come on now, I always feel like, and that's the truth. I don't care how people want to spin it. I don't care how people what people want to say about it. However busy you are, you're going to make time for somebody that you're really interested in, somebody that you really want to have something with.
Talk about 1 second, Sabrina.
Oh Lord, what?
Oh no, I'm not going to say nothing about your comment. I want you to stay right in that spot. Mm-hmm. Anybody, if you're on this video, you hear my voice, do us a favor. We need this algorithm shit to keep us bumping. We need y'all to, first of all, we're going to be putting up this YouTube page again. I know I've been busy because I've been working on some stuff. I haven't been sharing it, and so is Sabrina, but we're going to be putting that out there. But even if you're on Facebook and you're watching this, we need you to hit that little like button. That helps to keep our shit bumping so we can keep people jumping on this. Because these topics we talk about are very important. And these are things that people need to see and be aware of, because a lot of you are being gaslit and don't understand that you're being gaslit. Or even if you do understand it, you're so stuck you don't really know exactly how to navigate the situation so that you could avoid, or you're one of those people who constantly ends up getting gaslit. But anyway,
share this podcast. That's how they're going to get the algorithm going as well, because we always post the link on here. Share it on your page, share it in a group, share it wherever, and we'll always post the link in the comment section as well, so that you can so that anybody who wants to subscribe to our YouTube channel can, and who wants to join our group can do the same and like our page as well. So we have a page, we have a group, and we have a channel. But anyway, back to what I was saying. um, definitely, I agree with what he just said as well. But those things that I just told you, I'm going to go back through them again. If they're inconsistent with you, if they're not, they're only hitting you up for sex. They're not taking you out as much. Even if they are taking you out, the conversation is very minimal. They don't communicate what their dreams, anything. It's just like little light conversations, no real connection. And you're just like asking him questions like, "What's wrong with you?" "Oh, nothing." It could be something, but he's just like, "Nothing." He don't want to talk about that. He don't want to. He only wants to talk about, or she, because girls do it too. He only wants to. At the end of this night, we're gonna eat. We gonna. That's all we're gonna do. And I'm out of here until the next time, until the next episode, until the next fucking session. So
That's
that's
it.
how you know that you are in a clear friends with benefits situation. There's no emotional attachments to you at all. All emotion is out. Okay. And they're distracted by other things as well. They're not paying you much attention whatsoever when you're around them. So that's how you know that you're in a friends with benefits situation. Okay. Now, let's get on this gaslighting. Some of y'all do lead people into thinking that they're in a relationship with you. That's so wrong. And you need to quit. That's how people get killed. Honestly,
Jesus.
some people are psycho. Some people don't go for that. They're like, wait a minute, I'm a good person. I don't know however psychos think or whatever. No one likes their emotions. No one likes to get emotionally invested into someone only to find out this person is fucking with them. This person's playing them. You know. So I mean, don't do people like that. Um, Even if you're just dating, y'all not in a relationship. You like y'all, we dating though. If you made it clear y'all dating, y'all gonna get to know each other on a deeper level. But the next thing you know, you're backing up off somebody, and you're not giving them the effort and attention that you were before. That's fucked up. Let them know, like, hey, to their face. Don't say it in another way. Let them know clearly, like, hey, listen, I thought I was wanting that, and I just don't. Be for real with them. Let them know. And maybe that, and even if it's something with the person that you thought that you wanted to be in a relationship or try to start dating or whatever, and then it's just something about them that you don't like, or either something about them that you tell them, like, hey, look, you know, have some decency, and be a friend, and let them know, like, it's this part about that I see that I don't want to deal with. Maybe that person be like, well, thank you so much. That corrective criticism can really help somebody to know what not to do with the next person.
Mm-hmm.
you know so I mean, it's not that you're hurting their feelings, it's that you're helping them to fix something about them for somebody else. Do that. Let them know this is the reason why that's happening.
That's 100%.
Um,
I'm
that's
okay.
especially if you're having sex with them. If you're having sex with them, don't just leave them hanging, wondering like, damn, what what did I do? Just be a good friend to them, so it won't end so badly. It kind of cushions the blow, hopefully, because some people can't take criticism either. But
Mm-mm.
I mean, for me, it would help me. It would definitely help me. To let me know, what areas of myself that I probably am not aware of that I need to fix. And that's the reason why you don't want to pursue anything further with me. So that would definitely help me.
You know what
So
I've seen? I've seen something, and it's very interesting. All right. I'm gonna glance through these comments real quick. You can't see them all, Sabrina, because the thing was acting wacky. But one of the things I wanted to start with, Tara Bullock said that the law of attraction, the energy you exert, is the energy you want to try. And then what else she say? Sorry, I couldn't see what else it is. Every sorry, I'm stumbling through this because it kind of was chopped up. Everybody that's in our life, we have attracted. They're not in our lives by accident. So we have to be conscious of our thought. And that's very true. You have to be aware of what you're attracting because sometimes what you're emoting, what you're putting out is the reason why you are attracting a certain thing. It's not coincidental that that happens. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like these are things that happen simply because you allow them to happen. You're willing it to happen and don't even realize it. That's a very important thing. Energy is a big reason why a lot of people struggle out here with having relationships and having relationships with the right people. Like I said, when they keep talking about how they can't meet this person, that person, I said, how are you coming outside? Do you come outside? Are you approachable? When you come outside, are you thinking positively about the men you may possibly interact with? Or are you coming out here with an attitude already saying Negroes ain't shit? Because I want these motherfuckers on Facebook to sit up here, look me in my face and lie to me right now. But I tell you, as I scroll down my Facebook, I could count on one hand how many times I see any positive fucking comments about black men. But how many times I see some bullshit about men and how they is and how they ain't shit or they full of shit or some other shit or blah 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 blah. I see that shit more often than anything else. And if somebody want to come on here and show me different, by all means, I'd be happy to see it. You know. And then there's a couple. You know, Kevin said something very interesting. He said that most likely they can't handle the truth, which is true. Because I have dealt with girls who I straight up told them, I don't want to be with you like that. This is what it is. But it's what I said versus what you heard.
Mhm.
That happens a lot because a lot of people they have hope. They look at the some people fall in love with the potential of falling in love.
Mhm.
They not even in they in love by themselves, with themselves, and don't even know what the next move is gonna be.
Mhm.
But they sit there. Next thing you know, you've been fucking this guy for like 2, 3, 4 years, and he's
Hmm.
still telling you one day he's gonna give you a relationship. Much like you girls who get with a married man and think he gonna leave his wife for you. And you
Fun.
say it's stupid, but I'm telling you this shit happened.
I know it does. That's I just don't. Okay. Yeah.
This shit happens, and it happens so often. Listen, the purpose of me and Sabrina being on here is we want more successful relationships. No matter whether your relationships are monogamous, poly, homosexual, whatever your kind of relationship you want to have, that's your business. Well, whatever relationship you choose to have, you really need to sit here and take notes on this because this is very important.
Mhm.
Nobody wants to die alone. But a lot of people put themselves in a position as to where they're not going to have a choice. Ask yourself this: how pleasant are you to be around? Hmm?
Right.
A lot of people are not very pleasant to be around.
Yes.
That's why nobody's around you.
Mhm.
You know, one of my telltale signs, and I know this is going to trigger some women, but I'll be watching this shit like a motherfucker. If I see a woman ain't got no friends, I'm looking at her like this because something up with her for her to not have any friends.
Right.
I don't care who she is. I don't want to hear, oh, all chicks be hating on me. Bullshit. You should know how to relate, interact, and get along with someone.
Exactly.
You can't even keep a
Even
female
if it's a
friend.
small circle,
If you
definitely. Yeah.
can't even keep a female, and then let me tell you something else. Us men like to be left alone sometimes. It's nice for us to know you can go off with your friends, have a good time,
Right.
and not bother me. It ain't always about being in my face. I'm a Leo. I do love attention. Us Leos love attention.
Definitely.
But what I say is, it's still nice to know that sometimes they can get up, get out, go do their own thing. I'll see you later. You understand what I'm saying? Like, when all they got is you, that's bad. And ladies, I'm going to say this very sincerely to y'all. Any man that's okay with you only having them and them being, and that man being your entire universe, you meet those men, you run from them and run from them fucking fast. Because a lot of time, 9 times out of 10, those men are controlling and abusive. Be it just mental abusive or physically and mentally abusive. A lot of times, those are telltale signs that they have an abusive nature. No man that is of sound mind and body does not want his woman to get the fuck on and go do something sometime. I don't care how much love is floating in his heart. And that's what we don't see enough of, is learning how to have a social life and a relationship. They're not supposed to really be separate. Your social life and your relationship are cousins. They're kind of like they run on the same path, but you can sometimes branch off. You go do your thing. Like if, oh, and just to get back on the subject of the friends with benefits. Hey, ladies, if you've never even been around his friends, and I mean his day ones, not little party boys he hang out with, but I mean friends he's had for like 10, 15, 20 years or better. If you ain't never been around those, you ain't never been around his family, there's a good chance you just a piece of ass. Just because he taking you out don't mean you not a piece of ass. Mm-hmm. Because a man don't have no problem kicking out some cheese to clap them cheeks. Mm-hmm. Men know that we have to pay for everything we fucking do. Ain't no free rides for us.
Let me get some points out, some more points out. This is how you're gonna keep yourself from getting hurt. This is for anybody, not just because there's men out there that get hurt like this too. Like seriously, dead ass. I've run into a lot of men that have gotten hurt with these types of situations. So this is how you're gonna keep yourself from getting hurt. Listen to them. When they let you know from the very get-go, or either if they, like he said, they talk in circles, they're not really clear on what they want, pay attention to that. Someone that's not making it clear their intentions or what they want from you, they want to put you in a friends with benefit situation. They are seriously manipulating the situation and making it where, okay, well, I'm not going to be in a relationship with you, or we not dating. I didn't make it clear as to what I wanted with them. They can definitely have that argument with you and you will not win. Okay? So pay attention to that. If they're not making it clear what their intentions are with you, chances are they just want to fuck you. Okay? All right. So another one. If you have gotten yourself into this situation, okay, watch how they interact with you. Watch those things that I just told you. How to know you're in a friends with benefit situation. They're inconsistent. They don't talk to you. They just want to screw. They hit you up when they just want to screw, and all of that. Yeah, the inconsistencies mean a lot. Pay attention. Watch out. All right. Believe what you see.
Oh,
okay.
And here's the next
for them. Hold on, I'm not done with my point. Just a minute,
Lord Jesus, she got a lot to say on this one. Go ahead.
All right. So believe what you see. Okay. Don't make excuses for them. Don't make excuses for yourself. Be real with yourself and be like, okay, I'm in that. This is what it is. If you feel like you need to talk to them about it, chances are I won't. If I do talk to them about it, okay, I'll talk to them about it. But a lot of times I would not. I don't want to waste my time talking about shit. because I
Hmm.
see it. What's the fucking point in talking about it if it's right there in my face? So yeah, believe that shit and move on with life. No hard feelings, no love lost. Keep on trucking. All right. Lastly, cut it off. Okay, cut it off. Don't think that. Don't second guess yourself about what you're thinking or what you know, what you see, and what you believe in your face. Cut the shit off. You might be thinking about the sex like, damn, they be knocking me a new hole every night. Or damn, she be sucking on this. Yeah, damn. Well, you got a good feeling. Thank them for the good feeling. Move on with life. Life goes on. There's others that will give you the same kind out there or better. All right. So, um, with that being said, um, if they come back, anybody that knows that they were gaslighting you is going to continue. It's going to come back most of the time. Okay. When they see that you cut it off, don't let them back in. Cause see, a lot of y'all are getting out here having babies by these fools too. Y'all getting pregnant. Y'all ended up with STDs, some shit you can't get rid of, or whatever you doing.
I was gonna get to that, but go
So
ahead.
y'all, oh well, I'm in it. I'm in it. All right, so y'all having babies by them, you know. So I mean, and then you wonder, oh, they don't want to be with me. Well, they didn't want to be with you in the beginning. You just didn't pay no attention. Okay, that's how you keep yourself from being. And you, why are you letting them hit it wrong? You see, you see, they inconsistent. You know they out there hitting everybody else. Anybody else that'll give it to them. So come on now, be real with yourself. Do yourself a favor and pay all this some attention and realize, okay, this is a fucked up situation and get yourself out of it
Very
quickly.
fucked up.
I'm
Okay.
right now.
All right. So I just want to address this real quick. We had an interesting situation come up here with Danita posted up. She said she doesn't want any friends because she had to beat her best friend's ass. Apparently, her ex man fucked her ex best friend, which happens a lot. I'm
Mm,
gonna tell you something else, ladies. Ladies, I'm talking to y'all.
don't
If
don't
you ain't trying to share, don't share what he doing to you. Because here's the thing, especially don't share it with your lonely, single best friend because you just setting yourself up for the bullshit. You setting yourself up for the jokes. In her situation, she actually was around his family. Because sometimes the guy don't care. If you look good, he'll bring you around and, oh, she just a friend. If you are not introduced as his lady, oh, this is my lady, such and such and such. If you have not heard that statement,
Mhm.
he's probably just walking around. I'm not saying all the time, but likely he's just walking around saying you just a friend. Meanwhile, you're sitting there believing the hype that this is more than what it is.
Mhm.
These are problems. If you want something different, what I always say, if you want something different, you gotta do something different. If you're gonna let somebody get away with something like that, don't be mad at them. True say, be mad at yourself. Because at the end of the day, you made the conscious decision to be in that situation. That man gave you plenty of chances to leave, unless you are literally a hostage, being held at gunpoint or some other way. You've had opportunities to leave that alone, and you chose not to take them.
Mhm.
A lot of times, when I have these conversations, I say a lot about the women. I come down on the women hard. The reason why is because women set the tone for society. Y'all set the tone for a lot more than y'all realize. Y'all have a lot of power. And y'all don't understand. Your power is not in direct manipulation because you're not overall going to be able to overpower a man. You can yell and scream all you want, but we could tune y'all out. A lot of us have gotten good at that. But when you control the narrative, when you come out and all of you set a tone as the level of acceptance you're willing to take, men will step up to that. Just like when men started discovering that women liked, what you call it? A lot of women liked the salt and pepper in the beer. Guess what happened? The sales of all those little beer dyes dropped to like a fucking stone. Why? Because shit, if the women are loving it and it's less work for me, that's what I'm gonna do. I got something in mind. Not to say I was even intending to color mine anyway, because I ain't really with that kind of shit. But my point is, these are things that happen if you just take your power and use it wisely. Just like I talk about with us black people, if we work together, we flex our muscle, everybody sits up in their chairs properly and listens. It's the same thing with you women. If you sit up and you set your level of acceptance, as long as it's not nothing totally ridiculous and unreasonable, it's gonna rock. And you will see a change in these guys. Understand? Shame on y'all and the men. Shame on the men who are in my age group that ain't doing the right thing by these women. And shame on our fathers who probably weren't even there. But also, shame on the women in our age group who constantly kept accepting the bullshit, knew it was bullshit, tried to turn shit to shinola, when that's definitely not a thing you should be able to do. You ain't Jesus. You can't transmute matter. Stop it. Know your limitations. If this is what he is, that's what he is. Take him for what he is. If you don't like it, don't fuck with him. Don't go crying about, oh, he ain't shit. This one ain't shit. That ain't shit. Your mom ain't shit. At the end of the day, you ain't shit. Your ability to judge character, damn sure ain't shit. I wouldn't let you pick I wouldn't let you pick a winner in a fucking barrel full of gold. Like, you'd find the one piece of copper in a bucket of gold. Because your ability to choose in situations is terrible. And shame on these men, and shame on these women that raised all these men that are so fucked up in the head. A lot of times that comes from, and I'm going to say this because some of you ladies do it now, when you talk bad about the first man that that child ever knows, the father, even if you don't like him, when you talk bad about that man in front of their children, that is something that they carry with them for life.
Yep.
And when they grow up in response to that. For the girls that grow up hearing, oh, your daddy ain't shit, he ain't never been shit, he ain't gonna be shit. Then when she grow up, she already think all men ain't shit. So if she likes men, she'll just put up with bullshit behavior because she doesn't think it can get any better. On the man's side,
or she won't let no love in.
On the man's side, that's true too. And on the man's side of it, if he grows up hearing, oh, this ain't shit and shit, he's like, well, we ain't expected to be shit. So I damn sure ain't about to be the one sucker running around out here. So I ain't gonna be shit either. I'm gonna do what I want. These are the tones and narratives that need to change. If you don't like being gaslit, stop feeding the flame.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like something, stop perpetuating the situation and complaining about it sucks. A lot of you do that. You understand, listen, I love consulting people and stuff, and for all the times that I've done it, I actually do enjoy it. But I will tell you, some of you are your own worst enemy. Y'all get in your own way more than anybody else I ever seen in my life. If you want to change the situation, I have something immediate you should do. If you don't want to be a jump off, then cut that guy off and be single.
Mm-hmm.
Be free. Let him go. Like Sabrina said, let that shit go. It's
Ain't no
over.
more talking. It's over.
Move on.
Mm-hmm.
Because he ain't gonna do nothing for you. And you know that. You know that. You've been known that.
Right.
You sat through this shit because you were hoping beyond hope that maybe he'd come around. Like Serena said, you'll end up pregnant with a baby by him. And another thing is, too, we all like the raw. The raw is an amazing feeling. But if you don't even have a solid relationship and you just going in raw dogging, congratulations, you have officially played yourself. Like, there's just no question about that. Because raw sex brings feelings. You doing it like that with somebody, your bodies are connecting. Now you're swapping fluids and exchanging energy directly. There's not even a buffer. That shit gonna bring some feelings. Maybe not off of one occurrence, but you keep doing that shit. What happens when you keep doing this? Your shit heats up. Like I said, this is all basic science. You can't keep doing things that is gonna hurt you and then complain when it hurts you.
Your internet is breaking up.
Is it?
Yeah.
Am I doing this?
Yes, I can see that. Everything's fine now, but you were breaking up a few minutes ago. Stop roboting.
I thought I was like, I had to do the
You're about
robot
to.
shit. I was like,
Crazy. Stupid, man. Yeah. Now he
you know
telling
what
the
I'm
truth though,
saying?
y'all. It's going on too long. I mean, we hear the same old story, and some women don't want to be true about the situation that they're in. You might feel embarrassed, sis, or some men, you might feel embarrassed. Okay, it's an embarrassing situation to be in. However, if you are truthful with yourself about what you are in, okay, it's fucked up. Okay, say that. Be for real. Like, I'm in a fucked up situation. What are you gonna do about your fucked up situation? You have, like you just said, you have the power to cut it off. If you don't like it, change it. You have the power to do that. So it's no excuse to stay into something that you know that you don't like to be in. Get the fuck out of there so you can live a happier life. And then somebody that'll come along and love the fuck out of you. But while you wasting your time over there with homeboy or homegirl that ain't showing you shit but a dick and pussy, you can be loved on and getting dick and pussy. All right?
Hey,
Don't settle. Shit. Then you walking around mad at the world. It's your
Don't get me
fault.
started with that settling. Don't get me started with that settling conversation
Oh
again.
God, no! Please don't. I don't. Okay, yes. Moving on. Moving right along.
Because I'll start talking about that.
We didn't
That's a
heard enough of
whole other
that.
ball of
Yes,
praise right there.
yes. We'll talk about that again another time. This ain't the night for it. You're gonna be over here another 30 minutes listening to your
The
ass.
fuck I ain't. The fuck I am. I got fucking curry chicken roti to tear down right now. I'm good.
Well, we've been on here a whole hour now. I think we pretty much hit
Yeah, we
most of
hit
what
what
we
we
wanted to hit
needed to hit
on.
on it.
So yeah. So yes,
We
thank you guys
definitely
for
needed
tuning in tonight.
to hit.
Any comments
Yes.
that we need to go back to right quick before we get off here?
Nah, the comments is pretty much solid right now. It was just a
Okay.
lot of, co-signing the two. And pretty much a lot of people agree with what we were saying.
Okay.
You
Well,
know,
thank you guys for tuning in. Share this video, please. Like our and subscribe, like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube. We posted the link into this live session.
oh, and share it
Enjoy.
too. Share it. Share it.
Share
Share it.
share this to your page. Share this, please. And we appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight, for staying up with us past your bedtime. Thank you guys again.
One thing I'm gonna say before we go. Just
Mhm.
one thing. This is your final call, ladies. Pay attention. Pay attention.
Mhm.
If you hear nothing else I said, nothing else Sabrina said, pay the fuck attention. There's a lot that you're missing, and it's right in your face.
Mhm.
But anywho, I'm going. Sabrina's going. We going to bed. Thanks for coming out. God
Thank you guys
bless.
again. Have a
And
good
good
night.
night.
Bye.